Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, it is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your not-so-humble host, Eric, joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael, and we are going to get to some funny memes, but first, depressing news. The January 6th panel said that Donald Trump should be charged with 4 crimes and referred it to the Department of Justice. There is a massive storm expected to hit the U.S. before Christmas. The Democratic-led House Ways and Means Committee votes to release Trump's taxes to the public as we were going to press. U.S. lawmakers announced a $1.7 trillion deal to fund the government, so that's kind of fun. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake shakes Northern California, leaves 2 dead, thousands without power. But our audience in Northern California barely felt it and is just concerned with some aftershocks in the ocean off Oregon or something. I don't know. I think that's what you were telling me. Yeah, I love it. We are getting another pre-Christmas bomb cyclone blizzard. I love that we now call them bomb cyclones. That's kind of fun. So basically, the January 6th hearings said that Trump should face insurrection obstruction charges as well as 2 others. Today, Harvey Weinstein was found guilty of rape in his second criminal trial, so he's going to stay in jail for life. Sam Bankman-Fried is going to return to the U.S. to face charges. The Biden White House actually announced a homeless plan amid a crisis in L.A. and NYC. And I'm just amazed because for years we've been hearing about the problem with homelessness, but they actually have a plan. So that's kind of fun. And the U.S. Supreme Court extended Title 42 so that they can just keep 1 billion people out of America even longer. So apparently it wasn't about the pandemic or anything else. It's just politics. So, so there's thousands of people lined up on both sides of the river in El Paso, and that's just terrible. And one of my favorite things in the January 6th committee, hearings, Kaylee McEnany gets a major side-eye from the January 6th committee. That was a headline, which I just really liked. And the Proud Boys trial is set to open, focusing on their role in the January 6th violence. So all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the world. Normally I get like a fun animal story, but, it's Christmas and I'm busy. So that constitutes the news from Facebook for the Blind for December 20th, 2022. On to my co-host, Michael LeBeau.
Hello, everyone.
With a fun
round 1.
Here comes the big round 1. So this one comes from Marginal Mennonite Society. And 2 people, a man and a woman, look like husband and wife probably. And they're in heaven. They've just gotten their wings. The comic by Leo William. And the husband's talking to the wife, and he says, "I just feel we'd know more people in hell." This is, I'm definitely going to heaven, but I'm seriously gonna miss all you guys.
Mm-mm.
The other 98%. Repost this. This is from Elon Musk. Elon Musk says, no one wants to keep the job. No one wants the job. Sorry, let me start again. No one wants the job who can actually keep Twitter alive. There is no successor. And Billy Gatter at Gatman888 wrote, LOL, I and only I alone can fix it. Where have I heard that before? Also, Twitter was working just fine 45 days ago.
Snap.
I love it. This is just like honestly, this is something that I screen grabbed earlier and decided later I'm going to have Eric explain this to me. So Michelle S_68, she tweets, shorting Tesla stock and watching this guy melt down is the highlight of 2022. And then she shares a graph of Tesla stock that's just tanking. They plummeted today. But Eric, can you explain to me what shorting the stock means?
That is placing a bet that the stock will go down, and you make money the
Oh.
lower it goes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So, damn, that's smart.
Yeah.
Then you're doing that legally, like through the stock market. You're just buying spite stock.
Well, it's interesting because, like in gambling, say you're at roulette, you can bet on red, you can bet on black. You can also bet that red will lose. You can bet that black will lose. It's just that socially, when you're standing around with a bunch of people at a table, it's kind of embarrassing to say, I want that guy to lose. But on the stock market with options, man, you can bet that you want people to lose all day long. Nobody sees your face or gives you the finger.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
I may have just found my calling. Okay, moving on. Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul. Trash Can. Merry Christmas, buddy. He is tweeting out, Instagramming out one of these pictures of these crabs, like a crab boat. There's a whole bunch of fucking crabs in this net. And it says, fun fact, it is estimated that there is crabs in the world. Fucking stupid ass. Trash Can Paul. The other 98% is back with Elliot Downing, who says, I think the new richest person should be required to buy Twitter now. And this cycle should continue until none of them are rich anymore.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Kind of thank my good friend Mary for that one.
Nice.
This is something I grabbed off Twitter at HamsterGin12. Tweets out a poll. Do you have a crush on me? There's two options. Option one is yes. Do you have a crush on me? Option one, yes. Option two, kill yourself. 8% said yes. 92% voted kill yourself. And at HamsterGin replies to themselves and says, who voted yes? This is the most fucking
That's
Gen
awesome.
Z thing I've ever seen in my life. Who voted yes? So funny. Here's a picture of some bread at a store, and it's captioned, I'm not saying spelling is important, but I'm saying spelling is important. And then you see that over the bread, someone has put a handwritten note that says, please use tongues to pick pastries. Not how you spell tongues. Here is a picture of the Immaculate Heart of Jesus. Jesus is holding a baby in this particular version. There's lights, red, white, and blue, kind of like lights beaming out of Jesus' heart. It's white Jesus, and then the lights are beaming onto a woman who's praying. It's a pretty famous picture. Jesus is labeled Jesus. The ray is labeled ray that turns you into French for your sins. And the woman is labeled woman crying because she doesn't want to be French. Because it looks like France's flag. Anyway, Feisty Soul Tribe, the group. That's Feisty Soul Tribe, the group. They post, dear life. Whatever, motherfucker. Whatever. I appreciated this one. I got like 3 more memes for this round.
All right.
The other 98% have this picture of It's a Wonderful Life where George is like realizing that he's not dead at the very end of the movie. And it says the reason It's a Wonderful Life holds up so well is that George's line, you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000? Has somehow not aged even slightly.
Oh,
From 1946.
Oh.
Yeah. That sucks, man. Moving on. This is just a picture of Trump dressed like Superman. And it says, Zoolander.
oh God. Is that one of the NFTs?
This is one of the left's making fun of the NFTs. I will say though, that I think that this kind of has like the wrong. I don't know. Trump is pretty fucking thick here. I'm just saying. Like, moving on. This is my last meme for this round. And it's two panels. The first panel, it's a picture of like a bishop or a cardinal or someone, and in the Vatican, where they lay prostrate on the carpet and cover their eyes with their hands to pray on the ground. Mm-hmm. And then the second panel is a picture of some glow-in-the-dark dinosaurs.
Nice.
Just imagine.
He's got his hands around his head. This is exactly what you would do. Oh, yeah. Freaking
just imagining that this like very super important cardinal or whatever is like in this room filled with people just laying on the ground to look at his glow-in-the-dark dinosaurs actually makes me love the pictures so much more. It's brilliant. Anyway, that's all I got for round one. Eric, let's see what you got.
Excellent. Let's see. I gotta find my controls and remember how I do this every week. Okay, going back to just a smidge more news because I had way too much. Just want to remind you that Mark Meadows' text with 34 Republican members of Congress that were trying to overturn the election results. Yeah, here's a picture that MSNBC made on Ari Melber's The Beat with Ari Melber. And it's like all my, I was about to say favorite people, but it's beyond sarcasm. These are enemies of the show. We got Representative Andy Biggs. We got Louis Gohmert. Oh my God, I can't even listen to that man speak. And circled there is Representative Jim Jordan. And I'm really actually loving that. January 6th committee has referred him to the congressional ethics committees. So now that we have Mark Meadows' text that prove Jim Jordan played a key role in Trump's plot, it's clear, as Norman Ornstein observes, that Representative Jordan should be expelled from Congress for a violation of his oath in office, and be prosecuted for seditious insurrection. And it could not happen to a nicer guy. I really, really want this to happen. So I just wanted to get that out there, that did happen. So that was fun. This one was shared by me. Daphne Francis Farmer says, okay, does anyone know where I can get this shirt? Hashtag Trump treason. And we have a gentleman here with a scruffy beard, and his t-shirt says, I hope the person who drives Trump to prison is named Brandon.
Yes.
Which I liked quite a bit. Moving on, friend of the show, Michael Matthews, says this in our Wholesome Round. By the way, a trademark copyrighted segment of the Facebook for the Blind. Wholesome Round 1. Michael says, probably the 30th person to tell Jessica Steinrock that Mark Maron and Ryan Johnson talk about intimacy coordinators on this week's WTF podcast. Because friend of the show, Jessica Steinrock, is actually an intimacy coordinator, which is really cool. She's like on set with people doing like make out scenes and mushy stuff. Anyway, so Michael also says, I had kids in a theater arts class ask what they do and where the dead bodies are in movies. And the talk expanded a bit, and somebody mentioned they followed you on TikTok and flipped out when I said I knew you. Anyway, he was probably the 30th person to tell Jessica that Mark Maron was doing that. And Jessica corrected him and said 29th.
Hey, getting better, Mike. Good.
Yeah. Mary said she wanted some more Elon stuff, so I just thought I would repost this one from Tim Marchman, who says, Twitter's new head of trust and safety has invited QAnon-adjacent and publicity-hungry anti-trafficking group OUR, the subject of a criminal probe believed to be ongoing, to discuss a partnership. OUR tells me and Anna Merlan that it's delighted by the offer. Vice.com apparently covers Twitter's new head of trust and safety offering to partner with controversial anti-trafficking group. And guys, I read a little bit about OUR, and they are horrible and awful. They're conspiracy theorists causing problems. Cosplaying in Mexico and probably trafficking people themselves. It's so, what better guy to team up with Elon? This is just from Star Wars Forever. This is just a stormtrooper from Hoth, I would say. He's got the white hood on and the Hoth battle equipment. His blaster is at his side. And he's apparently out walking his dog. But, oh no! It's actually a snow walker. Yeah, that's right. It's got its leg up in the air. It's kind of adorable. Yeah.
This guy's got on some mucklucks, man. Those things look dope.
He does look warm.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I got about 4 or 5 more of these. Friend of the show, Jason, posts Demure Greer, who has one of these cartoon 2-panels. We got a picture of 3 kids kind of sweating, and one's got his arms crossed, one's scratching his head. They've got 2 apples and 1 knife. And it says, only 6% of people can handle this puzzle. These 3 want to share 2 apples equally. How you handle this situation using only 1 stroke of the knife. And then we see the side-eye monkey puppet who's like looking forward in one panel and looking at you side-eye. Like, only 1 stroke of the knife. Can you figure out this puzzle?
Gotta kill somebody.
Oh, there you go. Exactly.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Boom. Yeah, and then you could share 2 apples equally. It's horrible. Friend of the show, Father Nathan Monk says, listen, call me when he's in cuffs.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Michael, especially because you know Jesse. Jesse follows politics the way I follow sports. And I said, today is a historic day. They have referred 4 criminal charges to the Department of Justice for a former president. And he said, didn't that already happen?
Honestly, this is exactly where I'm at. Like, I'm so fucking over it. Call me when you have the footage. Like, I'm just not, I don't believe him anymore, man.
I'm just like, can you imagine if you called your friend about a train wreck and like 2 years later you were like, the train is still wrecking. It hasn't come to a stop, but it's moving really slow.
Yeah. It's like there's like a fucking glitch in this game. And like once the train wrecks, it just keeps wrecking. And that's the fucking Trump presidency.
Exactly.
I do want to point out, he says, listen, call me when he's in cuffs. And then he responds to himself. And by call, I mean text.
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
3 more for the wholesome round here. Oh, this is just a headline that I just love. Futurism.com reports that Crypto.com accidentally sent $400 million to a competitor.
Jesus.
Oh, man, did you guys see the meme going around? It was like, oh, no, did the fake money guy make up some fake money and fake some people out of their money?
I know. I've not been able to follow any of this. It's like the whole thing seems like such a fucking joke.
It's insane. I've been making jokes about crypto bros for a long time because it's blowing my mind. There's one dude, a friend of mine, who was a crypto miner. Now, he was making money because he would just wire up boxes in his house and make money. And I was like, that's cool. What you did is cool. But
yeah.
not this. This is garbage. So, anyway. All right.
Yeah, but I just think it's bullshit that, like, if I counterfeit a couple of 20s or a couple of bills, then suddenly I'm the fucking public enemy number 1. But these guys make up their own money and their own rules, and somehow it's okay.
You know, there is that famous line. I can't remember who said it. I'll look it up. But it's if the American people ever find out how banking and monetary policy works, there'll be revolution by morning.
Yeah.
Do you know this one? Because I hate to tell you about people who make up money, but they're all around you. They're called banks. Anyway, yes, totally criminal. All right. I got 2 more here. Friend of the show, at Matt Bender, says, a new contender for the most brutal Elon Musk being owned by his own website moment. Elon Musk, blue checkmark, real-time posting of somebody else's location violates doxing policy, but okay, delayed posting of locations are okay. And then he published flight records of Elon Musk. And then, you know, the Twitter bot says publishing flight records is protected under the First Amendment. His own bot said, no, it's protected. It's First Amendment. It's free. So, I don't know.
God.
Elon's bot monkey gave him a slapping. And he liked it. All right, last, and I'm closing out my round. On FB for TB, a weekly memecast. If you're not following FB for TB, a weekly memecast, how are you here? Posted a study was done with 10,000 atheists where they were shown a series of Christian memes, science memes, and kitten memes, and how they would react and if their viewpoints at any time changed. It turns out that atheists who have zero faith in God and Jesus, after seeing the Christian memes, their faith at least tripled in the belief in Christ. Quote, honestly, I was blown away, and mathematically, my faith in Christ increased by the power of 10, said one atheist. From Dave Brillert at the National Strategic Stockpile of Memes and Satire. and I have zero to add to this math joke. Back to you, Michael.
All right, here we go. This is round 2, the penultimate round.
Indeed.
For a reminder. All right, here we go. Kitchen fun with my 3 sons. Post to people who put antlers and a nose on their car for Christmas. You can't trick me. I know that's a car. 1.4 thousand shares for that stupid fucking joke. Here's a picture of Christian Bale from American Psycho, and he's smirking. It's Christmas behind him. And it says, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you ever heard of getting some bitches?
That's terrible. Oh, God.
He just looks so fucking smug. The other 98% says, this is Laverne Spicer. She tweets out, Jesus Christ never introduced himself using pronouns.
Oh,
and at jazz _ in my pants, friend of the show at jazz _ in my pants replies, didn't Jesus identify as bread at one point? John Fugel saying,
dude, I saw tags on that last one though. That was just like Bible verses where she's just like, I am he, like multiple times.
Yeah, it is like well, the fucking point is that I don't think they know what the word pronoun means.
No, I think they'll be mad at anything. I think they can make anything into a pejorative. You know what I mean?
It's so weird.
Like, seriously, think about it. If you call for world peace, they can go, you peacenik, you peace lover. Suddenly it's a pejorative, and you're like, you ostensibly worship the king of peace.
The Prince of Peace. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't even old. Like, they ousted Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Jimmy fucking Carter.
I know.
The peanut farmer, Sunday school teacher, building houses for poor people in his spare time, Jimmy Carter. Yeah. They ousted him. And you know why? Because he wasn't hawkish enough. Yeah. They're like, he was too weak. He was too weak. And so they always said about Jimmy Carter, what did they mean? He didn't fucking kill enough people. I mean, God, anyway, whatever.
No, dude, I read a whole book on it. The people that slayed him were his own ministers. It was that whole, you know, the whole, what do you call it? Alt-Christian right? I don't even know what you call it, but that wave.
Yeah,
they mobilized against their own. You know what they say, though? That reminds me, because I always talk to conservatives, and they're just like, you liberals. And I was like, dude, do you understand that liberals hate other liberals more than anybody else? Like,
nobody hates us more than us.
Yeah. We arrange our firing squads in circles.
That's right. Yeah, like, people always think they're going to insult me by, like, talking shit about Biden. And I'm like, you should talk a shit about every president. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, definitely do that. They have way too much power. Anyway, yeah.
I know. It's the thing that got me. People for years would be like, do you think Obama should have been impeached? And I'm like, yes, they should all be impeached. Like,
absolutely. Like, they're like, we're going to impeach Biden. I'm like, fucking do it. Kick him out. I don't give a shit.
Here's what I want. Can I make a proposal right here on Facebook for the Blind? We should impeach candidates before they become president.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, figure out why they shouldn't, what they're going to do wrong, what they've done wrong, and then don't let them be president.
I think we should only elect ex-cons. What do you think about that? Like, new rule, no purity test for religion, but I want to know, like, did you do fucking hard time? If you've done some hard time, you got a deal.
Okay.
You got my vote. That's it.
Just
Dude,
so they know what a cell looks like, is what you're saying?
Just so they don't ever wonder if they're above the law. You know? So that they fucking know. John Fugel saying, friend of the show, John Fugel saying, man, you've really hit your stride. He says, Dear Jesus, for Christmas this year, I'd like to try following your teachings without having one of your followers call me a socialist. Yes.
Good luck,
Please.
Fugel saying.
The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion.
Hell yeah.
They
former
they
employer. My former
That's
employer.
Right. That's right. They released in their March, our annual year, March, a picture of a golden doodle, and it says, golden doodle not good with people who earn less than 6 figures. Sorry there, folks. Not going to like you. Here's a picture of a guy at a pharmacy, and on the left, there's lots of medicines. On the right, there's lots of medicines. The medicines on the left are labeled placebos. The medicines on the right are labeled fast-acting, extra-strength placebos. Just caption, better go with these. This says, Feisty Soul Tribe, the group says, me, these edibles ain't shit. 20 minutes later on the train to work, and it's a picture of a man in his coat with his bag on, looking at his phone. He's got headphones in and sunglasses on, and he's standing in his bathroom, and he's holding on to the shower rod, the curtain rod, thinking he's on the bus or on the train.
Nice. Oh,
We've all been there.
Yep.
Mike Godwin says, drawing Bayesian inferences after extensive sampling, I've determined that it's 99% certain that anyone who uses quote unquote woke as a pejorative will turn out to be a fuckhead. Please don't blame me for pointing this out. It's just science. Anyone who says woke as a pejorative, scientifically a fuckhead. The Onion is back. It's a picture of a crow, but its feathers are blonde, and it says crows evolved new blonde look, including 17 million year goth face.
Classic.
I got 2 more memes for this round. This is a picture of Will Ferrell, friend of the show, Will Ferrell, and this is a screen grab from The Elf when he's singing, and it says, and the subtitles are on, but they've been changed to say, I'm screaming, I'm with my in-laws, and I'm screaming. Merry Christmas to all who celebrate. And finally, for round 2, the penultimate round, Glow Fuck Yourself. Glad you fucking made it, Glow Fuck Yourself. Picture of 2 snails, and it says, dig through the ditches and burn through the witches, and snails eat their food with a radula.
The hell's a radula?
I don't know, but it's
it's like a body part that they eat with. Oh,
it's a body part that they eat with, but it's so close to Dragula that that you end up with dig through the ditches and burn through the witches, and snails eat their food with a radula. So fucking dumb.
That's awesome.
That's all I got for round 2. Eric, let's see what you got.
Alrighty. Not much. We're gonna just do a couple.
All right.
And I'll have a round 3 set up with something that I got lined up. As soon as I figure out my buttons. Oh, see, these conservatives have trouble with pronouns. I have trouble with buttons. All right, small laugh. I'll take it. FB for TB, a weekly memecast. And if you're not following FB for TB, a weekly memecast, yes, you are. Stephen Hopkins posts, babe, don't forget to put the biblically accurate angel atop the tree. And it's this collection of rainbow feathers with like eyeballs all over it. Like a collection of eyeballs in the center, eyeballs splaying out into the centers of all of the feathers, eyes all over it.
That's the tree topper I grew up with.
Is it? It does. Takes me back.
No.
This was posted by, relayed by Pink News, and they said, the true meaning of Christmas. Yeah, we should put that on the FB for TB, a weekly memecast bingo card. Biblically accurate angel would be a square that appears occasionally. Okay. This is just a picture of Elf on a Shelf.
I like it.
Thank you. This is a picture of Elf on a Shelf. Been a lot of different images of them, arranged in different places. This one, it seems to be in a grocery store. And he is atop a cheese grater with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And there are mini Marshalls all pouring out from beneath the cheese grater. Elf on a Shelf's got him by his shoulders. I got to tell you what, though, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, he's smiling.
He's happy.
He's some good stuff going on there. This next one got quite a bit of traction on my page. It's not loading fast enough, but it says, I want to make some strangers on the internet unreasonably mad today. But first I need to put my cast iron skillet in the dishwasher. This was relayed by the Speckled Palate, who commented, this hurts me to even read. And inevitably, I knew it. Kenneth is on the call. Okay, moving on. I blessed the rains down in Castamere post. Chappelle introduced him as the richest man in the world, and the crowd booed him so hard they altered reality. And the headline below says, Elon Musk is no longer the richest person in the world.
We just decided to demote him.
I don't have it here. I don't have the exact quote. Oh, I'm going to screw it up. But basically, what I saw was, you got to say it. Taking the richest man in the world out onto stage was one of the funniest things Chappelle's done recently.
Except right after he made himself out to be a punk ass bitch.
Lot of simping. Oh, there we go. Hey, now I found it. You got to admit, bringing Elon on stage to get booed by 18,000 people is the funniest thing Dave Chappelle has done in a while. From @DailyTricks. And this got into a fabo conversation with friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. And if you're not following Corey Showtime Robinson, you are missing out. He was basically saying, a lot of people who are critiquing that Chappelle's not funny anymore is like that 600-pound guy talking about how LeBron can't hit free throws. I was like, okay, I get it.
That's a fine joke, but I disagree. Like, I mean, dude, like I don't even have to come up with the evidence, right? I mean, he releases specials, and the new ones are bad.
Dude, I got into a chat and I basically conveyed that message because you're not the only one telling me that. And I'm like, I don't really follow him. So many people have been talking smack. I'm like, I'm not all that motivated to watch other comedians anyway. So, and then people say, oh, dude, it's really gone downhill. Then I don't watch it.
Right.
So it's been good. All right, I'm going to do a last one here and wrap up round 2. It's just Ronald Reagan back in the olden days. Look at this vintage ad. He's sitting behind several cartons of Chesterfields saying, I'm sending giant cigarettes to all my friends. That's the most terrifying Christmas a smoker can have. All the health risks of smoking, plus the fact that it's a giant, levitating, probably sentient Ronald Reagan. So recaptioned and ruined, but a vintage ad for real with a floating pack of Chesterfield cigarettes in the air. Gipper is signing the Chesterfields, and I repost this every Christmas and just label it nostalgia. And
I gotta say, young Ronald Reagan, fascist, sure, but he's a looker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he was married to Jane Wyman back then, and basically he leveraged her star power in Hollywood to rake up, stuff like Bedtime for Bonzo. But actually, you want to know the other component to his success? Not just networking with a successful, Hollywood, bombshell, but also he was secretly reporting on actors for the FBI, the Committee on Un-American Activities. So if he was up for a part and some other guy was, he'd call in and go, that guy's a socialist.
Yeah.
And then boom, he's got the lead in Bedtime for Bonzo.
All right, that leaves us only the post with the most this week, Eric.
All right.
My post with the most comes from Glowfuck.
Oh!
I know. Blow fuck yourself is best.
That's my post with the most.
Do we both have the same post with the most?
Yep, it's yours. Close the show.
Wow. Facebook for the blind. Post with the most this week. This has literally never happened.
Never
before.
happened. Never happened.
Our
First.
collective post with the most comes from Glowfuck Yourself, who retweets Water Toupee at Marky Doodoo, friend of the show at Marky Doodoo, who says, everyone thinks I'm drinking eggnog, but I'm actually enjoying a nice warm mug of Hidden Valley Ranch. And you know why it's our post with the most? Is because we are just that fucking Midwest white. That's why. That's why. This is our culture. This is who we are.
Dude,
we are
a
mug full of ranch.
Every time ranch comes up, I like to tell people that a friend of mine said, yeah, you know how you have those chocolate fountains at weddings? You know, you can have a nice chocolate fountain. I was like, yeah. She goes, we had one of those, but we also had a ranch fountain. And with that image, we have constitutionally fulfilled our obligations to produce Facebook for the Blind for the week of December 20th, 2022. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I love you guys so much. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.